Yeah, I don't see any. I don't see anybody joined up yet, but at least we got something going here. I got a screen recording started.
Oh, you do? All right. Well, if anything else, I'm gonna post a video.
Yeah, exactly.
There's I got some feedback on my channel about people looking forward to it. Did you invite Freddie?
I didn't send him a formal invitation, but I'm sure he saw that he was invited on the little advertisement that I made about this.
I took a judo class tonight.
Did you?
Oh yeah, I'm getting back into martial arts because, oh man, I've been fat for a while. It's like not doing nothing. I've been just at my job, spending time with my girlfriend, hanging out with my son, you know, and then like martial arts kind of went to the wayside because I always told people I like it a lot. Never pretend to say it's my life or anything, but got big interest in it, and I'm just gonna get back into it. It's like $20 a month at this place called Kelly Rec, owned by the city. So
cool.
My legs already feel like jelly, you know, from all the gayness.
I know it's pretty gay getting like thrown down on the mat and stuff.
Oh yeah, we had to wear speedos and stuff.
Yeah.
They had to oil us up because you know you're gonna do judo. You're a total fag.
Yeah,
I had to break the news to my girlfriend that I was gonna do judo, and she's like, "You're leaving me? You're gay now?" Because that's what that means.
Yeah, that's right. Oil checks and everything.
So now that we got the recording started, like, at what point during the whole process did you feel like something like this might happen?
I kind of I don't know exactly when it was, but I knew that what I was doing was pushing Freddie's limits. And so I expected at some point we were going to have a blowout. I didn't know exactly when it was, but I knew, like, you know, with all the grappling training that I was playing with, and then, you know, all the conversations that I was willing to have that were, you know, different than Freddie's philosophia and all of that. Yeah, eventually we would have a blowout, and then, you know, and then I had a little bit of a financial crisis myself, so I didn't pay him for a couple of months, and that's what pushed it over the edge.
And you're not you're running his YouTube admin. Like, he should have been paying you something. You're doing all the work.
Yeah, I ran it for like 2 years. I did a lot of work on that YouTube channel.
Yeah, basically, he's just like spamming YouTube with every moment of his life, like he's on Meet the Kardashians or something, or Keeping Up. I don't know what that shit's called, but we basically did the same format.
Right.
Like, here's how to take a kung fu dump, how to fade your hair, and then he's talking about how why all Asians are submissive and why black people are stronger than everybody else.
Right.
Oh yeah. My girlfriend just looked at me like, he fucking said what? Yeah. Yeah, it's because he likes to generalize people in such stereotypes that it's almost fucking maddening. Like, everybody from an Asian culture is tiny, not as physically strong and submissive, and they're really smart because their parents are strict. While black people are naturally bigger because of all the generations of slavery. That's also why they're much more aggressive. And that's why he made his own system free of all that shit. And basically, what he also really forgot to realize is that he trained a long time with Gene LaBelle, who he actually met on Green Hornet. Now, Gene LaBelle, or Judo Gene, is actually one of Ronda Rousey's coaches from way back in the day. Actually worked with her mom that was actually a judo Olympic champion. No, not Olympic. World champions. Yeah, world champion. And so the guy that began to taught Bruce Lee grappling is actually responsible in some part for how good Ronda Rousey is today. Right. That's gay, according to him. Total homo. What a faggot.
Yeah, big time.
How he thinks he can kick Ronda Rousey out.
Yeah. That's the only person he's ever directly called out to. I
feel like Ronda Rousey just needs to dick punch this guy.
You know, that would
leave him childless.
I think that's the one muscle on his body he's probably ashamed of, to be honest.
Yeah, speaking of gay and shame of muscles and stuff, I was thinking, one of the things we should probably do. I don't know if we should do it like early on in this hangout session or what. But I was thinking maybe we needed to like take our shirts off in a moment of silence for FMK's passing.
I think Freddie's been shirtless enough for everybody.
Wait, he does it shirtless?
Oh, you see, babe, one of the best parts about the FMK channel is that he did this public service where he would put the camera facing the mirror and he would do what's called flexing exercises where he would literally just admire himself in different poses for minutes at a time whilst toiled.
I got a since I left FMK, I managed to get a badge, Texas Ranger.
Speaking of the badges, what the fuck was up with him wearing like badges and stuff in his school and like passing out like sheriff's badges and like utility belts to like Side-Eye Bang and like all these other fucking this whole story about how he got kicked off the police force because they were being really racist towards him.
Right.
Is that I don't think that's the case at all. If he's actually the type of Freddy that I've come to know and hate, then I think that it's actually a real good call on their part not to let him have jurisdiction over anybody, including tasers, handcuffs, and guns. There was this video that he made after this 16-year-old kid, or this is what I've heard what happened. I don't know how old this guy was. It could have been a good number. It's like some jiu-jitsu guy. Freddie was talking all this shit in town about how grappling was gay and everyone was a bunch of bags for him, so he went into school to challenge him. Of course, Freddie didn't do it. Freddie didn't take challenges. Not his style, not his cup of tea. And then he goes in the bathroom in his house. He's in the bathroom, like ducking behind the toilet almost, shirtless. Looks like he's maybe a little drunk, but just really emotional, like he's been crying, waving a gun around, talking about, you come try and kill me because I talk shit about MMA, shoot you in the fucking face. I don't need no kung fu. Guns beat kung fu. If you kill me, you're gonna get in prison and raped by 50 dudes, and that'll be my revenge.
Yeah, Bruce Lee, Jet Li, Tony Jaa. Those are the only real martial artists. Well, and Tupac.
And Dave Chappelle. He also said Dave Chappelle was a real martial artist.
Right.
Because I think.
Did he just say Tupac?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tupac.
I think he probably got a little turned on. Like he tried practicing a little bit of jiu-jitsu at one point with one of the early Todai.
That video?
Yeah.
Where 3 dudes tackle him in the big old shirtless tickle fight?
No, not that. Or way early on. Way early on. There was when Todai Y. It even started probably when it was still in the basement. When FMK was still in the basement, didn't even have a commercial site yet, and he was trying to learn some jiu-jitsu, and I think he probably got a little bit of a boner or something. and this,
a very little bit of one.
Yeah. He told me that Jenny saw it and she was uncomfortable with it, and he agreed. He was uncomfortable with it, and so.
I'm not good. Like I've had some training here and there, like in this couple MMA gyms in the Army, and I'm going back into judo just now. And I'm aware of grappling. I've done a few matches, and I've tapped people out and I've been choked out before, and it's all well and good. But I wouldn't pretend that I'm anywhere near good enough to start teaching people shit and charging them for it. Right. I think where me and Freddie disagree. It's like, no, if you've done something 5 times, you can make a mistake.
Yeah, well. Yeah, did you learn this technique?
Oh, what is that?
And this one. I think it was in a Bruce Lee movie, but it comes to play a lot of times in the FMK workouts.
Pardon my terminology. His butt hurt by watching my nunchuck videos as opposed to his, because I honestly Now, all egos aside, if I just look at it objectively, I think I am better than this motherfucker with the nunchucks.
Oh yeah.
That's just me. You can say it different. No, it's not hurt my feelings, but that's because I've actually been trained with them. Like, I used to work in the American Taekwondo Association, and like responsible people, we taught little kids how to beat each other up with nunchucks. Because that's what you do.
Yeah, well, Travis, that's because you're not an artist. See, because if you were an artist, you would have learned how to use the chain sticks by yourself. You wouldn't have had to have somebody teach you.
He fucked himself over so bad because like that's $1,000 a month. I want to know, Jenny's got to be flipping shit in the house. I'm talking about knocking over tables. She probably threw his clippers away. You know, what's my fade, baby? Fuck! I'm gonna do my fade videos, and she's like, "Bitch, you don't have a channel." I think next up for Freddie is not even that he was a celebrity, because he wasn't anywhere near that close. But when people that have been in the light are trying to come back in and seek attention, a popular strategy is get really fat and then lose the weight quick, and then share your secret on how you did it. So we're going to see Freddie Lee blow up like 60 pounds of pure boobs and like guts for like the next 2 months, and then he's going to like try and work it off and then call everyone else lazy.
What's the birth time?
Yeah. That's I don't know. That's what that one girl from Cheers does like every 3 years.
Oh yeah.
I remember.
Kirstie Alley.
Kirstie Alley.
Yeah, Kirstie Alley. He's gonna totally Kirstie Alley this shit. Who are these women that are signing up for that fucking class? Have they not seen his videos? Where does these people in from? Is there like a hot yoga school like right across the street? And you just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Derek probably could have talked him over there. He could have done that. You know, put on one of his FMK. Hey, ladies.
You want to go to Chicago this week? I have 2 days off in a row next week, actually.
People have often asked me, like, why don't you just go?
Oh, and I'm going to need to buy a gun.
Why don't you just go there and show up at his door with a camera? And I would say because, you know, I just pretty much think I'd be asked to leave.
Yeah,
I don't think anything really exciting would happen.
No, he's just going to shut the door on you. Yeah.
No, I go there.
Or not even answer the door. The whole thing is locked shut all the time. He's been invited to go different places in the country to give seminars. Like, I don't know who's the fool to invite him to do that, but he's been invited to do seminars at some different martial arts schools, and he turns them down because he's worried that they're just inviting him so that they can beat him up when he comes there.
So they can just fucking laugh in his face.
Yeah, we're inviting you here to commit a crime.
Yeah, we're gonna pay you to go out to. We're gonna put you on a plane, fly you out here, put you in a hotel, and pay you, you know, whatever amount of money so we can beat you up.
Beat you up.
Yeah.
He's got his ass, you know, trying to get the waffle iron to work for the free breakfast at the Holiday Inn.
Yeah, you know, the thing that I thought was cool about you, Travis, among all the guys that were anti-Freddy, was, you know, at least you were willing to come out and show, you know, who you were.
Yeah.
You know, come out and show your face. Have a real name, not a pseudonym.
Mm-hmm.
So
like,
this is where I am.
A lot of people think I was Freddie Lee exposed that channel. I had nothing to do with that. First of all, like I said, my videos have no production value. Any text on the bottom, nothing. I turn on the camera for 5 to 10 minutes. That's it.
Right.
And yeah, this guy did that whole bathroom thing where he replayed the video of him crying and waving the gun in the bathroom. And then he just went on weird tangents about shit that didn't really have anything to do with Freddie. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It looks like he was reaching like so far.
Right.
And I was like, for a while I was even like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, there's some of those guys, you know, and I always argue with those guys, but you know, there's other guys that really just had intelligent critiques to launch against Freddie or FMK, and those kind of discussions I enjoyed. Jenny's always trying to shut him down, but
yeah, what did they say about you? Like, did they notice, or were they unaware of like this different dialogue we had on video comments? Like, cause some of those conversations were lengthy, and you could tell it was just us talking for like paragraphs at a time. They were fucking bitching you about that.
Yeah, well,
why are you talking?
Yeah, they didn't ever bring it up until the fallout, but I knew that Jenny was aware of it, all the while, because I know she was monitoring your stuff. Later today, after our little exchange, he posted in Spanish. It's like usted es un idiot or whatever, right? A big idiot, right? But he did. It's like he used like Google Translate to put it in Spanish.
Man, the Google Translate.
Yeah.
You'll never know it's me now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's not Jenny. Yeah, we put it in Spanish. She'll throw him off the track.
That much. Now, did they have a restaurant too, or like she just cooked a lot?
No, she originally that space was Jenny's restaurant, and then her restaurant wasn't doing very well, mainly because it had weird hours and the door is always locked. You have to ring the doorbell to get in. But
yeah, that's not gonna be great.
No, and there was like one table.
McDonald's. I'd say fuck that. One table, the door's always locked.
Yeah.
Freddie Lee tells you how you're gay when you're eating your food.
Right.
So it's like that. Have you ever seen that show from that clip from 40-Year-Old Virgin? You know how I know you're gay? I never thought for my first video that I would be here doing this with you, or that it would reach like 26,000 views. I'd be all up on his sidebar while he talks about me like I'm he who shall not be named.
Right.
Voldemort. Okay. Oh man, so that was always funny to me. It's like, this certain hater. You mean the one on the sidebar? Like.
Yeah. No, he doesn't want to give you any lip service, promote your channel and all.
I thought it would just be like 5 or 6 views, then it'd be done. But like, it got so many views that I'm assuming people wanted to hear more. That he kept he gave me material. Like, he was doing my job for me. All I pretty much had to do was repeat what he said, and it sounded insulting.
Right.
His own words. So he's been instrumental in my trolling. 5 or 6 people that either online or in the school, these guys that were just so wrapped up in thinking that what he was teaching was like real and valuable and spiritual, and they felt on this big role model. But they would sit around and cradle the balls while regurgitating Freddie's own rhetoric to him, as Freddie was just sitting there in awe of his accomplishments.
See, Freddie used to run a martial arts club, and supposedly John Fitch was in that martial arts club for a time, and Freddie sparred with him, and he's no
Probably
big.
for a very short time.
Yeah, maybe, but in that short time, Freddie did train with him, spar with him, and John Fitch was no big deal. Well, the thing is, he could have done better if he would have ever learned how to do a reverse hook and then a hook kick and keep his leg up and do another hook kick and keep his leg up and do a reverse hook or something like that, Then he would have probably been winning those fights, but, he wasn't a real martial artist.
You can stop a double leg takedown simply by moving out of the way.
Yeah, that's right.
If they've got their hands on you, all you have to do is just turn to the side and push their head a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you're out of the takedown situation.
Yeah, just punch them and that's done. Or an elbow or whatever.
Because I've never seen a UFC fight where a guy has casually tucked his head in and eaten a punch to complete a takedown and beat the shit out of the guy afterwards. except for almost all of them.
No, I don't. That's impossible to do. I mean, you can't take a punch. You can't take a real punch. When the reason those UFC guys can do it is because they got the gloves. If they didn't have the gloves, it would be it would be impossible. They got those gloves, and that.
I think there's more padding on those, like, what, 3-ounce gloves than they let on.
Yeah.
It's like made of like space age.
I don't know. I don't know what to say to Freddie. Sorry that your channel got shut down. You know, at some point tonight, I will like take my shirt off and flex in the mirror in a moment of silence and wear a badge, and I'll put on my Under Armour, but I'll put this badge over the top of the part that says Under Armour so that I'm not promoting their, you know, their product.
I'd like to say, I guess in closing, if Freddie's watching, which he's not, because he doesn't want to be embarrassed. I think he could be the only one in the room and still feel embarrassed while watching this. I fucking think so. You're a fucking racist, sexist, homophobic douchebag that relies on stereotypes and just shit-talking other people in order to build yourself up. You like to do all the push-ups and exercises in the world, but when it comes down to the building a moral character and actually like a spiritual fiber that you can actually use to perpetuate Zen and peace and all these other good qualities that you say that your school is about, you're so full of shit. Inside of you is probably the weakest part of you and of any person I've ever met. Even though I haven't met you, I mean, I've probably known about. I think Saddam Hussein had stronger personal convictions. Like these terrible figures throughout history, they've had stronger personal convictions and stayed true to themselves and their message than this little asswipe has. And that's one of the fucking reasons why so many people don't like you. It's not because that you do kung fu and you don't grapple and you don't like that. It's because you bring yourself up by talking down about other people, and that's all you have. You're a worthless little fucking cunt for doing it. And you finally got what you fucking deserved. Suck balls.
That's a classic Travis rant.
Hi. I look like hell tonight. What I want to say to this guy is that I could probably kick your ass. And simple. And Ronda Rousey could definitely kick your